morning children. We will go to the next part of the lesson. Writ. Writ. What is writ? Writ is a order or command by a court in writing. How it is? It is in writing under a seal. So, writ, we are going to say about writ. Writ is nothing but it's an order. It's order or command given by a court. How it will be? It is in a writing. It is writing under their seal. Seal vechi ezhudiyapatta oru order by the court. It is writ. Writ is a order or a command by a court in writing. How it is? It will be in writing under their seal. So, both the Supreme Court and High Court, both the Supreme and High Court are empowered. They have given rights, empowered to issue 5 kinds of writ. Both the Supreme Court and the High Courts, they were given a power to issue 5 kinds of writs. What are they? One is the habeas corpus. Then second one is the mandamus. Third one is the prohibition. Fourth one is the certiorari. And fifth is the quo warranto. So, what is this writ? Writ is a order or command given by the court in writing under a seal, their seal. So, both the Supreme Court and High Court, they have a given power to issue 5 kinds of writs. What are the 5 kinds of writs? Habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, certiorari and quo warranto. We are going to see about each one by one. First one is the habeas corpus. What is it, habeas corpus? Safeguards people from illegal arrest. யாராவது இல்லீகலாக அரெஸ்ட் பண்ணாங்கன்னா அவங்கள பாதுகாக்கிறதுக்கான அந்த ரிட்டு தான் the habeas corpus. If anybody is they arrested illegal, to safeguard them, this writ habeas corpus helps them. Then next is about the mandamus. What is mandamus? It protects the petitioner who requires legal help to get his work done by respective public authorities. ஏதாவது ஒரு petitioner court கிட்டந்து they can get a help. அவங்க கிட்டந்து help வாங்கலாம். For example, respective public authorities they have to complete their work. அவங்களோட work public authorities complete பண்ணி கொடுக்கணும்னா if they got any problem with that they can approach the court for legal help. That is what a mandamus. Then next is prohibition. It prohibits subordinate court from acting beyond its jurisdiction. Subordinate courts கீழ்நிலையில் உள்ள கோர்ட்லாம் தனக்கான அந்த சட்ட எல்லையிலிருந்து தாண்டி போகாமல் பாதுகாத்துக்கிறது தான் இந்த prohibition writ. This is the prohibition. It does not exceed their limit. That subordinate courts, they should not exceed their legal limits. That is what a prohibition. The next is certiorari. It quashes an order issued by a subordinate court by overstepping its jurisdiction. What's the meaning of this? The உயர்நீதிமன்றம் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, சில ஆவணங்கள் எல்லாம் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, நியாயமான பரிசீலனைக்கு அதுக்கு தனக்கோ இல்லை பர்டிகுலர் அத்தாரிட்டிஸ்க்கோ அதை உடனே அனுப்புறதுக்கு கீழ்கோர்ட்டில் உள்ள அந்த கோர்ட்டுக்கு ஆணை பிறப்பித்தல். அதுதான் என்னது? That is certiorari. It quashes, it advise the courts that to send that files to them or to respective authorities. That is what is the certiorari. And next is about the quo warranto. Quo warranto is it prevents aspersion of the public office. இது என்னது? இது தவறான முறையில் அதை கைப்பற்றுதல். எதை கைப்பற்றுதல்? Public office. If you captured that public office in a illegal manner, that is what is known as the quod warranto. These are the 5 types of writ. It's given by the both the Supreme Court as well as the High Court. So what are that 5 writs? Habeas corpus, mandamus, then prohibition, certiorari, subordinate and warranto 2. This is the quod warranto. These are the 5 writs that have the rights given, power given to the both the Supreme Courts and the High Court to issue. These are the 5. What is a writ? Writ is nothing but it's an order or a command. It's given by the court in a written form with their under their seal. That is what a writ. The writs are 5 types, and these are the things. Corpus is to safeguard the people from illegal arrest, and they to protect the petitioners to get the help from court for their respective works to be done by the public authorities. And what's a prohibition? It's nothing but the subordinate courts, they should not exceed their limit. Then certiorari is that people, the high courts, they give them order for the to submit their files. The next one is the quo warranto. It prevents the aspersion of public office through illegal manner. These are the 5 writs. Next, we'll see about the directive principle of state policy. Directive principles of state policy. What is this directive principle? This directive principle of state policy is enumerated where in 4th part in the constitution. Where it is mentioned in the 4th part of the constitution. From which article to which article? From article 36 to 51. So up to this article, the directive principle state policy is enumerated. This is in the constitution part 4, and the constitution does not contain any classification of this directive principle. Classification of this directive principle. But however, based on their direction and content, it is divided into 3, that is socialist. It is divided into 3. It's divided into 3. Socialist, Gandhian and liberal, intellectual. So for their direction and classification, it is classified into 3: socialist, Gandhian, liberal and intellectual. But this principle are not enforced by the court. It is not forced by the court. Like fundamental rights, it's not forced by the court, but it is fundamental for the governance of the country. But it is very important for the governance of the country. To govern a country properly, we need this, but it's not forced by the law. And the government is duty bound. This is duty bond to apply this principle when while making law. What the government have to do? They are bound to apply this. They are forced to apply this principle during the law making. And Dr. Ambedkar described this principle as novel features of Indian Constitution. Who described this as novel features? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He described this. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar described this as novel features of Indian constitutions. Once again, I will tell you about the directive principle of state policy, children. And this is enumerated. This is in the part of 4th constitution, and from article, from where to where it is mentioned, from 36 to 51, about this directive principle is mentioned, and this is not contain any particular classifications, but for according to its direction and content, it is divided into 3, that is liberal, intellectual, Gandhian, socialist. And but it is not forced by any code, but to run the country it is necessary, to govern the country it is necessary, and the government is duty bound, it's responsible while making law, they have to apply this principle. And according to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, this is described as this principle is described as the novel features of Indian Constitution. Next, we will see about the difference between the fundamental rights and directive principles state policy. What is the fundamental rights? These are the rights provided by the government for us to enjoy, and this directive principle is not forcible by the government, but it's necessary for the government to run. So we'll see the differences. It was derived from the Constitution of USA. Where we got this from? We got the idea from the Constitution of USA, and this was drawn on the model. We got the model of Constitution of Ireland. From that we got this principle. And the second point is, they cannot take away or abridge these rights. The government doesn't have the rights to completely நீக்கவோ இல்லனா abridge na enamo, what is that? சுருக்குறது. So the government does not have the rights to even take away or abridge these rights. அவங்களுக்கு எந்த rights கிடையாது. And these are mainly for the it's a idea, it's a instruction to the government. அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு instruction மாதிரி தான் the directive principle is, and this is enforced by the court of law. This is forced by the law, and this is not forced by any court. எந்த கோர்ட்டும் இதை நம்மளால force பண்ண முடியாது. ஆனா fundamental right is enforceable by law. And the fourth point is, these have legal sanction. இது லீகலா ஒப்புதல் பெற்றது, சட்ட ஒப்புதல் பெற்றது. That is the fundamental right, and these have the political sanction. அரசியலோட அந்த ஒப்புதல் பெற்றது. Oh, this is the difference between this fourth point. And the fifth one is, these rights strengthen the political democracy in the country. What these rights have doing, it strengthen the political அரசியல் ஜனநாயகத்தை இது வலுப்படுத்துகிறது. So this one implements the social சமுதாயம் பொருளாதார democracy ஜனநாயகத்தை இது வலுப்படுத்துகிறது. That is the difference for the fifth point. And the sixth one, these are natural rights. இயற்கையாகவே உள்ள உரிமைகள். This is natural rights, but these leads to protect the human rights. This is to protect the human rights. மனித உரிமையை பாதுகாக்கிறதுக்கான ஒரு சட்டம், உரிமை. These are about this, the difference between the fundamental rights and directive, principle, state policy. First one is derived from the USA and it is derived from the Constitution of Ireland. They have no rights to take away or abridge, and these are the mere instructions to the government. And what's the third point? Not, it can be enforced by, should be enforced by law, court, and these are not enforced by any court. And these, they got a legal sanction, they got a political sanction. And these rights are strengthened for the political democracy, and this is for to ensure the social and economic democracy. And these are natural rights, and these leads to the protect the human rights. Yes, our next topic is list of fundamental duties. What is that fundamental duties? The Article 42 Amendment Act, the 42 Amendment Act in 1976. What it gives? It gives, it's added some responsibilities. It added some responsibilities for of citizens to our constitution called fundamental duties. What is this fundamental duties, children? That 42 Amendment Act, that is, it is established in 1976, and according to this, some duties are added to the, some responsibilities, to citizens. Our citizens have given some responsibilities in our constitution, that is called the fundamental duties. Fundamental right, what is that? Some rights are given to us to enjoy, and the fundamental duties that they are all duties that we have to do for our country. This is the difference between fundamental rights and fundamental duties. Right is that we can enjoy, duties we have to do for our country. So where it is mentioned, Amendment 42 Act in 1976, it is given to that, added some responsibilities to the citizen in the constitutions. What are the duties? These are the duties. The first one is to abide by the constitution and respects its ideals and institutions and national flag and national anthem. ஒவ்வொரு இந்தியன் குடிமகனும் என்ன பண்ணணும்? We have to give respects to the constitution. நம்மளோட அரசியல் அமைப்பு, அதோட கொள்கைகள், then institutions, national flagக்கு and national anthemக்கு we must give respect to all these things. Next is to cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspired the national struggle for freedom. நம்ம national struggle freedomக்காக சில கொள்கைகளை நம்ம ஃபாலோ பண்ணோம். அந்த கொள்கைகளை இன்னும் நம்ம தொடர்ந்து ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும், அதை நம்ம கைவிட கூடாது. ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் non violence. So these are what is meant by the to cherish and follow the noble ideals which inspired the national struggle for freedom. நம்ம அதை இன்னும் we have to follow this. The next is to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity. So what we have to do? We have to protect நம்மளோட இறையாண்மை, நம்மளோட ஒற்றுமை, ஒருமைப்பாடு, இதெல்லாம் எப்பவுமே we should protect. That is what? To uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India. The next is to defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so. நம்ம நாட்டுக்கு பாதுகாப்புக்கு தேவைப்படுதுன்னா அப்போ அந்த சமயத்தில் நம்ம நாட்டுக்காக பணியாற்றுறதுக்கு நம்ம எந்த சமயத்திலையும் ரெடியாக இருக்கணும். That is what? To defend the country and render the national service when called upon to do. Then to value and preserve the rich. நம்மளோட பாரம்பரியத்தை rich paramparita and composite culture. Adu nama paadukadu. What is a composite culture? India is a secular country. We belongs to different religions. So different people follow different cultures. So that is what a composite culture. In the different cultures ayum நம்ம rich பாரம்பரியத்தை நம்ம பாதுகாக்க வேண்டியது நம்மளோட கடமை. That is another one. And next, to protect and improve the natural environment. What are all the natural environment surroundings? That is forest, lake, rivers, wildlife, and இதெல்லாம் நம்ம what we have to do? We have to protect them. அதுக்கு ஃபர்தராக அது நல்ல வாழறதுக்கான ஒரு சூழ்நிலையும் நம்ம உருவாக்கி தரணும். That is what, to protect and improve the natural environment, including forest, lake, rivers and wildlife, and compulsion for living them, creating the living them. So what we have to do? For all this we have to help them. At the same time we have to see they have to grow. That is the next point. And next one is to develop scientific temper. நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும்? அறிவியலை மேன்மைப்படுத்தணும். And humanism, மனித நேயத்தை வளர்க்கணும். ஸ்பிரிட் ஆஃப் ஆராய்ச்சியை நம்ம இன்னும் மேன்மைப்படுத்தணும். அண்ட் ரிஃபார்ம், சீர்திருத்தங்கள் கொண்டு வரணும். இதெல்லாம் we have to do it. This is also another duty. It is mentioned in the fundamental duties to develop scientific temper, humanism, spirit of inquiry and reforms. Next one is to safeguard public property and to abjure non-violence. நம்ம வன்முறையை கைவிடுறது. That is abjure non-violence. விட்டுட்டு நம்மள பொது சொத்து public property-யை பாதுகாக்கணும். This is one of the duty. And the next one is to strive toward excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity. நம்மளால தனிமையாவோ இல்லை கூட்டா சேர்ந்து நம்ம நாட்டுக்கு எது நன்மையோ அதை செஞ்சு நம்ம நாட்டோட வளப்படுத்துறது தான் இந்த point. To strive towards excellence in all spheres, whether you may be an individual you can do or collectively you can do the work that must improve our society, that must rise to our country to a high level. That is this point. And to provide opportunity for education. In every house the parents will give the educations to their children or their ward from 6 to 14 years. All children should get the education facilities. This is to provide opportunity for education to child and ward between the age of 6 to 14 years. From which year? From 6 years to 14 years. Every child should get a opportunity for education in our country. These are the points for the fundamental duties. Fundamental duties, that the duties we have to render for to our countries. I think you have understood the concept. Go through this, children. Your today's assignment is learn fundamental duties Thank you, children. You understood the concept. Thank you. Have a nice day.